He is from MetsmerizedOnline.com. Stagnant and Syracuse's Eric Orsi fighting for a major league debut. Okay? Now, before we get into this, I need you to subscribe to this to the Prospect Hut. We talk about Mets prospects, Mets minor leaguers. You need to subscribe to it because you will learn everything you need to learn about these guys. You will not be unaware of the players that I talk about that get to the major leagues next year or get to spring training. You'll know about them if you subscribe to this channel. So if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button right now. What are you waiting for? So here we go. Eric Orsi has battled adversity his whole career. From 2 bouts of cancer to struggles in both 2022 and 23 with AAA Syracuse, he hasn't had a smooth road to the big leagues by any means. Back in 2021, when he rocketed through the Mets minor league system, it looked as if he could have a meteoric rise to Queens. But he stalled in AAA and hasn't gotten over the hump yet. His path resembles that of Riley Gilliam, who had a similar ascent in 2019, only to struggle in 21 and then get hurt in spring training in 2022. Grant Hardwick is another Mets reliever who pitched at multiple levels in one season, but he managed to make it to the majors this season thanks to more velocity and a wider array of pitches, limiting his home runs against. Orsi has turned a corner recently, however, begging the question as to whether he deserves a look in the Big Apple in the last few series of the season. Orsi has had high strikeout rates in each of his 3 seasons in Syracuse and has put up 8 straight scoreless outings, lowering his ERA by 117 points. When he had been a command artist in past seasons, his walk rate has risen 8.5% this year, from 6.6 to 15.1%, likely leading to his inconsistencies despite a drastically reduced home run rate. While Orsi does have solid offerings in his pitch arsenal, he lacks the complete picture like fellow up-and-comer Grant Hardwick. Orsi's best pitch is his splitter, followed by his fastball with below-average velocity and above-average vertical break. The splitter is his primary pitch at 45% usage and just on average 1 inch of induced vertical break. His four-seam fastball averages over 93 miles an hour and has been up to 96, but that is a bit below the average of a 95 in MLB from right-handed relievers. He does boast nearly 18 inches of induced vertical break on the pitch, though, significantly above average carry. His fastball shape resembles that of Drew Smith. His dirt pitch is his slider, thrown 21% of the time, which needs the most work and will be a limiting factor until he improves the shape on it and adds velocity. At 84 miles per hour, 0-inch vertical break, and negative 4-inch horizontal break, the shape is almost a gyro slider but isn't maximizing velocity given the shape. The Dodgers teach many of the pitchers in their organization this version of slider, but typically their iterations have less glove side movement and often less depth on the pitch too, allowing for more velocity. If Orsi is able to add velocity to the slider, he would have a better weapon to right-handed hitters. Another plus for that version of slider is that it's easy to command, and if Orsi is to succeed in the major leagues, he needs to keep his lower home run rate against and need to get back to his former elite levels of command. His splitter command is well above average. His splitter command is above average, and his fastball is below average. Both the fastball and slider command have taken steps back in the last season, and the slider shape has varied from a slurvy shape to a mini sweeper throughout the season. As seen by his walks and ERA, it's no mystery that this season has been a roller coaster affair for Orsi. What are of interest, however, are the adjustments he's made in recent weeks to turn the corner and gain momentum. Orsi has really leaned into his strengths recently, sapping slider usage and increasing the number of splitters per outing. In his last 7 outings, he's upped his splitter usage to a staggering 65%. This statistical is encouraging for a number of reasons, including its higher in-zone rate and steady swing and miss rates, even with higher usage. He's now throwing the slider just 14%, and its velocity is up to an average of 85.6%. 85.6 miles per hour. He's thrown harder than he has all season too. Average over 94 on the heater, touching 96 for the first time in its span. While he does have 6 walks over these 8 outings, he's striking batters at an absurd rate, 22 over 14 innings. Despite falling out of the top 30 prospect rankings, Orsay still remains intriguing due to a well above average primary pitch. If he can maintain his current fastball velocity, stay in the zone, and continue improving his slider, there's no reason to believe he couldn't be successful in the big leagues. In fact, he could be more than just an emergency or quadruple A pitcher due to the unique characteristics of his splitter. Up in the splitter usage is an exciting development as Orsay further defines his identity while he remains in prospect purgatory. Now, if you like videos about the Met prospects, I can't urge you enough to hit that subscribe button. You do that, you will learn everything about the Met farm system going forward into the off season, and when we get back into spring training in Port St. Lucie, and when you get into the season, you'll be like, oh, I know about this guy because the HUD talked about him on his channel, which I'm a subscriber to. So hit that subscribe button. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.